Welcome into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Heidemann & Associates. Get a free legal consultation by calling 801-472-7742 and let them know Rewind sent you. We want to welcome you into Westlake High School, where we have a Region 4 matchup between the undefeated Lone Peak Knights taking on the Westlake Thunder. It's a beautiful day here in Saratoga Springs, Utah. The weather is nice, and we're ready for some soccer down here in Region 4. And we're underway as Lone Peak get us kicked off. And it's the Knights who will control possession first. Let's take a look at the visitors, the Lone Peak Knights, who again are coming into this one at 12-0. They remain perfect on the year. They sit at the top of Region 4 with a 7-0 record, and they'll be looking to make it 13 wins in a row to start the year. They're one of the final remaining undefeated teams in the entire state of Utah, the other being the Gunnison Valley Bulldogs down in 2A. But big merits to this Lone Peak side, who look to stay undefeated tonight against the Thunder. For the home side, for the Westlake Thunder, coming to this one at 6-6, sitting at 2-5 in region. They've had some good wins in this region, as well as in the preseason. They beat Harriman, the defending 6A state champions, 2-1. They beat the Bingham Miners 2-0. They also got some wins against PG by a score of 2-1, and they beat the Skyridge Falcons 3-2. The last time these two teams faced, Lone Peak was able to walk away with a 4-0 victory at Lone Peak, and now here in the return fixture, they'll be looking to do the same against the Thunder as the Knights are on an attack. That ball played through on the wing. Going wide. Nice defensive read there from Ferguson of the Thunder to clear. And that one goes out for a throw. Throw in for the Knights, as that one is controlled by Tom Kramer, who settles it. And now it's coming the other way for Stevenson. Stevenson now for the Knights. Out wide. Intercepted by Westlake, and it's coming the other way. Here comes Bergholm. The captain, Bergholm, out wide. Ball played through in behind. Looking for Razavong. But that one's just going to trickle all the way back to Connor Watkins in goal tonight for the Knights. Nice ball played through on the wing. Nothing going there for the Knights, as that one is again intercepted by Ethan Ferguson. Ball in through. Knights on the attack. Underneath. Cleared out by the Thunder. Big opportunity for Lone Peak to get ahead, but great defensive play from Westlake. And that one goes all the way back to the captain, Kyle Moreno. Out wide now. Nice step. And Kyle Moreno on the back line, playing it out wide to Midgley. In the middle of the park now for Kramer. Back out to Kyle Moreno. Moreno advancing. That's out wide to Midgley. Midgley trying to play it in over the top. Gets to the head of Gunther and then cleared out by Westlake. It's going to go all the way back to Watkins. And now Kyle Moreno advances. Moreno playing it through, looking for Stevenson. And it's now Stevenson on the wing. Stevenson playing it in. Takes a deflection. And it goes through to the hands of Eric Jaspers in goal tonight for the Westlake Thunder. Opportunity for the Knights again. That just goes back. And then this one coming the other end for Connor Watkins. That one goes back to Moreno. And it's now the Knights trying to build an attack with Noah Carlton. Carlton, who plays it back out to Moreno. Stevenson in the middle of the park now for Kramer. Kramer flicking it through, finds Carlton. Carlton back to Kramer. And now the wide play for the Knights. As that was Gunther with an opportunity. Still the Knights. And that one's just going to find its way back to the hands of Eric Jaspers. As the Westlake Thunder trying to play out quickly. Kramer wins it back and then stolen back by Guerros. Guerros plays it out wide. Opportunity for Westlake. Read well by Midgley, but it does come off of number 28, Alec Midgley. So it will be a corner for the home side. Corner played in, headed out, and now cleared out by the Knights. Finds the feet of Bias, and it goes out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for the visitors as Patrick Stevenson goes to collect for the throw. Stevenson. And played upfield by Patrick Stevenson, only to be intercepted by the Thunder. And here comes an attack for the home side as Guaku can't play it through, and so will be another corner coming up. And no, the official saying that it came off of number 7, Igor Guaku. So it will be goal kick Knights. As Midgley back to Watkins and finds Moreno. As a foul called here in the middle of the park. Taken quickly by the Knights, looking up over the top. That's Carlton, and a big defensive step there from Ferguson to deny Carlton. And it will go out for a throw-in Knights. Intercepted in the middle of the park by the Thunder. And it just goes all the way back to Kyle Moreno. Advancing now with the ball is Moreno. Still Kyle Moreno. Plays it back now to Luke Lovelady. And Lovelady playing it through to Gunther. Stolen by Kawaku, as Kawaku is trying to connect, and couldn't. And now it's Stevenson advancing for the Knights, intercepted again by Westlake. Little fight for the ball there as that was Bergholm who came up with it and then intercepted again by the Knights. BSU switches it over to Moreno. And now Kyle Moreno advancing with the ball. Moreno over the top looking for Stevenson. Stevenson gets ahead on it and then cleared out by Westlake. Finally cleared out by Miller. And that one goes out of bounds for a Knights throw. Throwing it coming up for the visitors. Ball played now for a throw. That one goes back to number 17, Whitman, all the way back to Jaspers, and Jaspers clears. One in the middle of the park by Westlake. And then stolen again by the Knights. This time it was Kramer with the interception, and now it's Kyle Moreno on the ball. Through to the Knights as Carlton now on the wing. Ball played out wide. Whitman lets it run, and it's now Guaku on the ball. It's going to go all the way back to Jaspers. And Eric Jaspers who clears for the home side. That ball takes an awkward bounce. Could be an opportunity for the Thunder. But a big read from Connor Watkins, the senior goalkeeper, to just come out and clear for Lone Peak. Opportunity still with the home side as that one just rolls out of bounds for a goal kick. Goal kick played short to Moreno, and now Kyle Moreno will advance with the ball. Out wide to Lovelady. Lovelady playing it over the top, looking for Gunther. Gunther with the opportunity, stolen back by the home side. And it's now Westlake trying to advance. This one's with Miller. Miller all the way back to Jaspers. As Jasper looks to clear. Bergholm couldn't bring that one in. Big tackle there in the middle of the park by Davidson. And Davidson will draw the whistle from the ref, and it will be a free kick for the Knights. Out wide to Lovelady. Back to Midgley. Midgley looking over the top, looking for Gunther. Gunther trying to bring it in. Can't control it, and it's cleared out by Westlake. Still the attack from the Knights as Lovelady playing it back out to Kramer. Kramer all the way back to Midgley, and Midgley will switch it over to the captain, Kyle Moreno. Kramer back to Midgley. Nice little leave there from Kramer. Kramer who can't get to it. And it's now the Westlake Thunder coming the other way with Guerros. Nice little skill there from Westlake. Back to Miller. Whitman. Whitman looking to switch the plane of attack as Willis now in possession. Willis over the top. Trying to connect with Razavong. And that one's long for his winger. And that one goes out of bounds for a goal kick. Excuse me, will be a throw for the Knights. Thrown in by Lovelady. Controlled by Carlton. That one, it's a foot race now as Westlake regain possession. This time it's Kuaku. Out wide to Razavong. Razavong drives it in. Bergholm just can't get a foot on it. And a big opportunity for the Thunder.
Substitution number
Goes
13,
out for a
Devin
goal kick.
Suarez.
After a big opportunity as Razavong just played it low underneath, trying to connect with Dexter Bergholm in front of goal, and Bergholm just can't get his toe on it. Goal kick coming up for Lone Peak. It's Midgley now. Watkins. Back out to Alec Midgley, and the Lone Peak Knights just looking to play it out of the back. Intercepted there. It's Willis with the step. Carter Willis passing it out wide to Razavong, and Razavong trying to find an opportunity to cross it into the box as Lovelady wins that one out, but a foul is called against Razavong. Kyle Moreno. Back to Moreno. All the way back to Watkins. Wide now to Midgley. And Alec Midgley playing it in through to Gunther. Gunther can't turn, and a foul. This one called against number 15, Carter Willis. And it's going to be Knight free kick. Played quickly to number 11, Mason. And another foul as this one's played quickly, looking for Bias near the penalty spot, and then a foul called again, this one against the Knights. And so Jasper's now to take the free kick for the Westlake Thunder. Got about 22 minutes left to go here in the first half. We are level at 0-0. The Lone Peak Knights trying to build possession and having opportunities in the middle of the park. But so far, it's been the Westlake Thunder who have had the clearest of opportunities with that one that Bergholm just couldn't connect. And we'll be looking for this game to open up more here as we reach as we get closer to halftime. As a couple of changes for the home side. Cleared out by Lone Peak. All the way upfield looking for Gunther. Gunther turns. Nice spin there from Gunther, looking for Carlton on the wing. And Jaspers just comes and boots it out for Westlake. Throw in coming up for Lone Peak. As Mason now controlling. Again, comes off the Thunder, so it will be Knight's throw. Mason trying to poke it through. Couldn't connect with Carlton, and now it's going to be a Throw in for Westlake. The throw now, looking for Bergholm. Bergholm trying to turn. Big defensive play from the Knights as it draws another whistle from the ref. Foul against Westlake. Back to Midgley. And it's Kramer who switches play to Kyle Moreno. Moreno looking to advance, plays it off to Gunther. Gunther taps it to Xanthos. Xanthos out wide looking for Carlton. And no, Carlton couldn't get as Ferguson clears for the home side. Again, big credit to the visitors. They're one of two last remaining undefeated perfect teams in the state of Utah, them alongside the Gunnison Valley Bulldogs. And again, just looking to continue that run, continue that winning form that they have as we reach the final week of the boys soccer season. Currently sitting at the top of the RPI as well. And they'll be looking, the Lone Peak Knights will be looking to take that #1 seed into the playoffs as the Westlake Thunder have an opportunity here. Looking for a cross into the box, goes past Kuwaku. And now Kuwaku crossing it into the box, cleared out by Lone Peak. Still an opportunity for the home side as Soares out to Kuwaku. Kuwaku, the cross into the box, looking back post. Over the head of Jacob Tillman. And it just goes out for a goal kick. Couple of good looks halfway through the first half for the home side. The one earlier from Bergholm who just couldn't connect right in front of Watkins' goal, and now a good one for the Lone Peak Knights as they look to advance the ball. This time it's Xanthos to Gunther, back out to Xanthos. Looking to cross it into the box, plays it back out wide to Kramer. Opportunity here now for the Knights as they look to cross this one into the box. The cross played in, Gunther can't get a hit to it. Still an opportunity as Bias, the volley, the big shot. Still not cleared, Gunther. Big defensive work there from Westlake. Denying the Knights from putting that one into the back of the net, and it will be a corner kick coming up for the visitors. As Lone Peak missed out on a golden opportunity to get ahead. Cross into the box, Gunther near post, takes a deflection, and then cleared out by Miller. A sigh of relief now from that Westlake defense as that ball is played all the way back, and there's Willis with a step. And that one goes out for a throw. Throwing now for the Knights. As Soares just couldn't get a foot onto that one, but it does land at the feet of Kuwaku. And it's now Westlake looking to go hit on a counter. Intercepted by Lone Peak. Upfield now to Moreno. Moreno playing it through to Gunther. Gunther turns. Gunther with an opportunity. Looking to chip it over. Bias wins that one underneath. And a big slide tackle. Still not cleared, and finally cleared now by Westlake. Another big opportunity for the visitors to get on the board. Big defensive play from Westlake. As a foul called against the Thunder. Xanthos playing it out wide to Kramer. Kramer advancing with the ball. Kramer again. That one comes all the way back. As Kramer looking to play it in over the top. The offside flag was raised, but cleared out by Westlake as Bergholm now with an opportunity. Bergholm taken down. It's going to be a foul called against the Knights. Free kick coming up for the home side as they look to capitalize on a set piece opportunity. The cross played in, floated over the top, right in front of Lincoln Miller. And it goes into the hands of Watkins. Big opportunity here as Lone Peak trying to hit on the counter now with Bias. Bias trying to cross it into the box. Big step by Westlake. Still an opportunity for the visitors. And now cleared out by Willis. Lands at the feet of Kramer. Kramer to Midgley. Alec Midgley advancing. Playing it through, looking for Gunther. And a big slide tackle there from Ferguson. Throw-in coming up for the home side. As that ball played in underneath. And it's now Kuwaku with an opportunity to advance. He does. Big step there from Xanthos as that one goes out of bounds.
Lucas Guerros, number 19, Milo Mendenhall.
Guerros checking in, as well as number 19, Milo Mendenhall for the Westlake Thunder. As Soares throws that one in. Back to Soares. It's going to go all the way back to Whitman. Guaku. It's now the Knights coming the other way with Bias, who tries to play it in behind, looking for Gunther, cleared out by Willis. And that one's going to be out for a throw-in for the Lone Peak Knights, as Stevenson looking to throw that one in. Ball played in by Stevenson. Bias. And a foul called against against Westlake. Will continue to be Lone Peak possession as we're just under 12 minutes left to go. Watkins out wide to Midgley. Mason taken down, and it's going to be another foul called against Westlake. Mason over the top, looking for Stevenson. Stevenson gets to it well, but Kuwaku comes up big defensively to clear. And it's not Westlake trying to come down the other way as a foul called against Bias. As Lucas Gatos was trying to advance. And it's now a free kick for the home side. It's going to be the goalkeeper, Eric Jaspers, to take. As Jaspers playing it in over the top. Looking out wide for Tillman. And Jacob Tillman caught offside. As the flag is raised on the near side. So after the offside, it will be a free kick for the Lone Peak Knights. Watkins to take. Watkins over the top. Lucas Gatos. It did come off his hand, but the referee was going to play it on. However, the players thought that the foul would have been called. And now Lone Peak with an opportunity. As Gunther just lets that one roll out of bounds, and so it will be a corner kick coming up for the Lone Peak Knights. It's going to be number 19, Joaquin Mendez, to take the cross into the box. Floats over Mason, and now Lewis Mason trying to turn. Mason with an opportunity. Gets past a couple defenders and then soars, comes up defensively. Mason winning it back, keeps it in bounds. Still Mason. And now that one goes out for a Westlake goal kick. .8:45 left to go here in the first. We are deadlocked at 0-0. Both teams having a good fair share of opportunities on the offensive ends. We're still waiting for one of those to go into the back of the net and open the scoring here at Westlake High. As the Thunder now trying to attack. But Midgley steps and all the way back to Watkins. Now out to Moreno. Kramer to Midgley. Midgley in possession. Playing it back now. To Kyle Moreno. Kyle Moreno with advancing the ball. It's Moreno. Kramer. Back to Midgley. So Lone Peak Knights here just trying to play it in out of the back. As Mendez. Joaquin Mendez. Mendez still a big tackle from Soares to deny Joaquin Mendez from advancing anymore, but it's still Lone Peak on the ball. Lewis Mason. Mason taken down and a free kick called against the Westlake Thunder, much to the disapproval of the home fans. Ball played quickly. Kramer. Carlton, who settled it to Mendez, and Mendez plays it all the way back to Midgley. Midgley. Trying to float one in over the top, but it's just going to trickle all the way back to Peters. Or excuse me, Jaspers. Jaspers in possession. Boots it up and out all the way to the other end as the Westlake Thunder trying to get onto that one. They do. Bergholm just couldn't bring it in. Cleared out by the Knights, only to be won back by Gatos. And it's now Bergholm turns the shot, deflected, still an opportunity for the Thunder. And now cleared out by the Knights as Xanthos trying to come the other way. Big step from Ferguson. Mason now. Lone Peak relieving some of that pressure there as they play that ball in over the top for Stevenson. Patrick Stevenson against Soares. Stevenson to Bias. Bias with an opportunity. The shot from distance takes a deflection. And it just lands safely at Jasper. Takes an awkward bounce as now Bergholm could be in behind. Bergholm against Stevenson. Stevenson coming up big defensively for the Knights. And now a foul called against Bergholm as they were battling out possession on that one. And that's a yellow card shown to Dexter Bergholm. First yellow card of the night. It goes to the senior forward for this Westlake Thunder side. Bergholm also the leading scorer for the Thunder. Coming to this one with 5 goals and 3 assists on the year. And we're going to take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network. We'll be back after the short break.
For over 25 years, visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
Bringing you back in now to Westlake High School as we are deadlocked at 0-0 with 4 minutes left to play. Stevenson was able to get up and subbed out after the challenge from Bergholm, and it's ball in play again for the Lone Peak Knights. Mason taken down, another foul called against Westlake. And another yellow card shown, this time it's to Lucas Gatos. Or excuse me, that was number 18, Riker Swenson. Shown the yellow on that challenge. So that's the second yellow card of the night for the Thunder. As number 16, Zach Davidson, stepping in. Cleared out by Guaku. It's Kramer now on the ball. All the way back to Watkins. And now out wide to Kramer. Tom Kramer. Up to Xanthos. And Xanthos, who just couldn't turn that one upfield, and that one goes out of bounds for Westlake throw. Willis, who throws in. That one comes off of a night, and so will continue to be Westlake possession as they get another throw in. This time it's Swenson who throws in. Along Swenson. Kuwaku near the top of the 18. The shot that just goes wide of the post. And a big opportunity for Westlake to get ahead before the end of the first. And Kuwaku so close. to just sneaking that one into the top corner, but it goes wide as another foul committed by the Thunder. As that one now coming the other way. It's intercepted by Xanthos. Xanthos trying to play that one through, but intercepted by Westlake and then regained by the Knights as Kramer brings it upfield. Xanthos back to Midgley, intercepted by Merrill. And it's now Tate Merrill with an opportunity. Merrill still the shot, and it's in!
Go, 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 go!
The ball is in the back of the net, and it's Tate Merrill who opens the scoring for the home side.
Tate Merrill!
Big turnover for Lone Peak. That ball just rolls through as Tate Merrill just tucks it into the bottom corner. And it's the home side, the Westlake Thunder, who lead 1-0 with only 1:50 left to go here in the first half. How will the undefeated Lone Peak Knights respond? Out wide to Kyle Moreno. Moreno still stolen back. This time it's Tillman. Tillman playing it into the middle to Davidson, and Davidson just can't collect it. It's now ball played in over the top to Mendez. And here's a fun fact. The Lone Peak Knights coming into this one had only conceded 4 goals all season long. That is only the 5th goal that they have conceded.
1 minute remaining.
As now the Lone Peak Knights find themselves trailing with 1 minute to go before the half. It's gonna be a goal kick coming up for Jaspers. Jaspers who just plays it out. One goes out for a throw for the Lone Peak Knights, and they'll have to take this one quickly as we got 20 seconds left on the clock. Ball played in over the top. Still an opportunity as Merrill again. Tate Merrill trying to settle it. Cleared out by Lone Peak.
2, 1.
And that'll do it. Before we go into the break, yellow card to number 9, Jackson Gunther.
Westlake up 1, Lone Peak 0.
But we reached the halfway point here at Westlake High, and it is the Thunder who lead by a 0 after Tate Merrill is able to put Westlake ahead. And how will the Lone Peak Knights respond in the second half? We're going to take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network, as always, presented by Heidemann Associates. Stick with us for second half action when we return. We want to welcome you back into Westlake High School here on the Rewind Sports Network, as always, presented by Heidemann Associates. Get a free legal consultation by calling 801-472-7742 and let them know Rewind sent you. And hey, we're on upset alert here on the Rewind Sports Network as the undefeated Lone Peak Knights trailing at the half by a 0 as Tate Merrill of the Westlake Thunder was able to get on the board right before the end of the first. And now it's up to the 12-0 Lone Peak Knights to get back in this one and keep that perfect record alive. As Westlake getting ready to kick off the second half, and we're underway. It's Westlake who gets us started. And again, we'll see how the Knights respond, and if Westlake can keep the sustained pressure on the Knights and try to get 2 goals ahead and really take the driver's seat here at home. As Badgley brings it up now. Carlton. Noah Carlton bringing it up. Noah Carlton still poked out by Razavong, and it's going to be a throw for Lone Peak. Kramer. Tom Kramer on the ball. Finds Carlton near the top of the 18. Carlton trying to play it in behind. Noah Carlton still underneath. Gunther! The flag is raised. It will not count. Jackson Gunther just a step ahead. It is offside against the Knights. It will not count. And a good start for the visitors as they look to respond, but just a step offside. Lovelady gets a foot on that. It's now Razavong. Intercepted by the Knights, and it goes all the way back to Christian Robertson. Switch and goal for the Lone Peak Knights as Watkins stays on the bench for the second half, and Christian Robertson between the sticks for the Knights as cleared out here by Westlake. And it's Santos through underneath. Ball played in. Carlton is there. Cleared out by Westlake. It's going to be Razavong who gets that one. Kept in bounds by Lincoln Miller. And it's now Miller again. Finds Lucas Gayros in the middle of the park, and Gayros still with an opportunity. Lucas Gayros wins that one out. Miller now advancing out wide to Tate Merrill, the goal scorer. Merrill against Badgley. Badgley wins that one out. And now Moreno can clear, and he does. Kyle Moreno with the clearance only finds Davidson in the middle of the park. And that one goes out of bounds for a Lone Peak throw. Lovelady. Intercepted by Lincoln Miller. It's now Razavog who loses it out. But intercepted by Westlake again as Razavong trying to play it upfield. It's Miller. Miller still. Lincoln Miller with an opportunity as into Tate Merrill. Merrill underneath finds Lucas Gayros. Out wide to Willis. Willis looking to float one in. And that one's just going to go out for a goal kick for Christian Robertson. Robertson plays it short to Badgley. It's now Mason to Carlton. Still Noah Carlton. Kramer. Santos to Badgley. Badgley looking to play Gunther underneath, and that one just peters all the way back to Eric Jaspers. And Jaspers will take his time to collect that one. As, of course, it is the Westlake Thunder who lead by a goal to nothing against the undefeated Lone Peak Knights. And it's now out wide. Lone Peak with the attack. Gets past Soares. Opportunity to cross into the box. Jaspers gets a hand on that one. And Willis can't clear. And now he does. Throw-in coming up for Lone Peak as Lovelady heading to throw. The throw-in quickly to Gunther. Gunther near the top of the 18. Doesn't put it on frame, and so it goes, takes a deflection, it looks like. And so it will be a corner kick coming up for the visitors. It's going to be Lewis Mason to take. Mason, the cross into the box. Takes a awkward deflection, but then cleared out by Westlake. And it's now Westlake who are trying to hit on a quick counter. Recovered by Badgley. It's now Bias who fights for that one. Ooh, just trying to put that one into the bottom corner. Trying to catch Jaspers off guard, but it hits the outside of the net. So it will be a goal kick. Eric Jaspers, the senior goalkeeper, to take for Westlake. Out wide to Guaku. That one goes out of bounds. Throw in for the Knights as Kramer. All the way back to Moreno. And it's now Midgley. Alec Midgley still with the ball. Lovelady. The foul committed by Willis. Willis will get the yellow. And so it will be now a free kick coming up for the Knights.
Number 14, Easton Ferguson.
Free kick coming up for Lone Peak. It's going to be number 11, Lewis Mason, to take, and a big set-piece opportunity coming up for the Knights to try to get back on level terms early here in the second half. Lewis Mason over the ball. The whistle, the ball played in underneath. The shot from Moreno, big clearance from Westlake. And it's still the Knights on the attack with Mason. Mason goes down, and another free kick against the Westlake Thunder. Mason to take again. Another big set-piece opportunity for the Knights. The ball for Mason played in, looking for a post. Jaspers comes out, gets a punch, and it's now Kawaku to clear. Coming the other way, big step there. Nice step there from Mendenhall. But it just goes the other way for the Knights as Lone Peak on the attack again. This time it's Stevenson. Kramer. Kramer now. Tom Kramer will try it from distance. Over the bar, can't keep it on frame, and it will go out for a goal kick. Couple of good opportunities for Lone Peak. 2 free kicks whipped in from Mason, and then that shot from distance from Tom Kramer. And Lone Peak knocking on the door. They want that equalizer. They need the equalizer. And we'll see how they respond as Kramer again in the middle of the park plays it through to Gunther. Gunther underneath to Carlton. And it's a big step from Lincoln Miller. And Miller plays it out for a throw-in. Played quickly by Lone Peak. It's a big step from Westlake and now cleared. Looking upfield, goes all the way back to Robertson as Moreno wins the foot race. Midgley, Carlton, cheeky there from Carlton to just chip it back out wide to Lovelady, but Lovelady can't control. Throw in coming up for the home side.
Substitution number 15, Carter Willis.
Carter Willis checking back in for Westlake. As well as Tate Merrill checking in, the goal scorer for the Thunder. Lovelady to take the throw. Mason. Carlton. Carlton will take it from distance. Big save by Jaspers.
Saved by Eric Jaspers.
Big opportunity from Noah Carlton, who just tries it from distance. But it's the senior goalkeeper coming up big for the home side. Keeping this at 1-0. As now Nkoku taking it upfield. Still an opportunity for Westlake as Kuwaku has an opportunity. Robertson comes out and a nasty collision as Kuwaku trying to get on the end of that one. It's good to see both of them up after that. Westlake now knocking on the door, trying to find an opportunity of their own. As the long throw in, looking towards the middle. It's still Westlake in possession as Gatos plays it in underneath to Razavon, cleared out by the Knights. It's going to be throwing now for the visitors. Excuse me, it's going to be throwing for the home side as Westlake take the throw. Long throwing again, looking for the penalty spot, cleared out by Lone Peak. It's now Gunther trying to just float one in over the top, doesn't connect with it well, and Westlake regained possession as Xanthos wins it back, and now it's coming the other way with Stevenson. Gunther. Stevenson. Patrick Stevenson with an opportunity, cuts into the middle. Still Stevenson. Stevenson turns it over, and now it's Westlake looking for a counter, only to be intercepted by Kramer. It's now Tom Kramer. Kramer now out wide to Stevenson. Stevenson again with an opportunity, and Stevenson hits the wrong side of the net. And that one goes out of bounds.
Substitution number 19
for a
Milo
Knights
Lindenhoff.
goal kick, or excuse me, a Thunder goal kick. But how about the Lone Peak Knights, who are just trying to find their opportunities? Stevenson cutting into the middle taking on a few of those Thunder defenders and having the opportunity at goal, but just putting it wide. Goal kick for Jaspers. Cleared out now by Lone Peak as Mason controls in the middle of the park. Midgley out to Moreno. Moreno now advancing with the ball, settles it off for Stevenson. And now Patrick Stevenson with an opportunity. Into Kramer. Kramer now. Still Tom Kramer. Has a lot of space. The shot off the post. But it's the wrong post. Goes off the uprights, the football uprights. And so it will be a goal kick.
Substitution number 14, Easton Ferguson. Number 9, Jake Tillman.
Couple of substitutions now for the home side. As Kawaku heads for a breather. And Tillman checking back in. 25 minutes left here in the second half. It is still a 1-0 lead from the Westlake Thunder. Trying to knock the Lone Peak Knights from the ranks of undefeated. And now a free kick coming up for the home side. As Lucas Gatos to take. Or excuse me, that's Riker Swenson. Swenson over the top, looking back post. Robertson comes up well. Robertson who just boots it out to the other side of the field. Gunther now with an opportunity. Gunther. That one goes out of bounds for a Knights throw as Lovelady playing it quickly. Bias turns, taking it in. Still an opportunity. Bias taken down, and it will be a penalty. The referee is pointing to the spot. Penalty coming up for the Knights. And just the opportunity that the Knights needed to get back in this one. I believe that was Devin Soares on the foul. And so with 24 minutes to play, we're heading to 12 yards out to try to tie this one up as the referee goes to consult his assistant on the near side for a potential handball on Bias prior to the foul committed from Westlake. And no, it will not stand, so it will go to 12 yards out as Kramer with an opportunity to tie it up. Tom Kramer. Kramer steps up, and he sinks it into the back of the net. Calm, cool, and collected as you'd like as Tom Kramer has leveled it for the Knights. Dexter. 24 minutes left to play here at Westlake. We are now level, and we'll see what these final 24 minutes has in store for us as Kramer buries it from 12 yards out from the penalty spot, and we are level at Westlake High. Ball gets rolling again as Westlake now looking to respond and get back ahead after that equalizer from the Knights. Lovelady throws it in. Gunther. Gunther gets past his defender. Still an opportunity for Gunther. Gunther now through. Cleared out by Westlake. Midgley steps up well. Lovelady. Kramer. Xanthos out wide. And now throw in for the Knights is Stevenson to take. Throwing for Westlake. And that one goes out of bounds again for another Westlake throw. Quickly looking upfield for Bergholm. That one goes all the way back to Robertson. Out wide to Midgley. It's now Lovelady. To Carlton. Carlton. Big header there from Razavong to clear. Still an opportunity for the Knights as Bias gets around a couple defenders. Still Bias. Opportunity, big play. Taken down, free kick. No, waves it off. No free kick called there for Bias. Still Bias now with an opportunity as now Stevenson trying to get back a couple defenders, and we're going to the spot again. We'll see where he spots this. Was it inside? No, he's going to call it just outside of the 18. That's a free kick right on the line of the 18-yard line. And so a big free kick coming up for the Lone Peak Knights. To take the shot. Big save by Jasper.
Saved by Eric Jaspers.
Jaspers coming up big time and time again for Westlake. And he does it again to keep this one level. As still the Knights are on the attack with Carlton. Carlton taking it in. The shot. Hits the outside of the net. Goal kick coming up for the home side.
Number 12, Lucas Guerros.
The Knights have really turned it on after that PK. It's been nonstop pressure and nonstop attacking from the visitors after going level. We'll see if anything falls for Lone Peak. As a goal kick now taken by Jaspers. Stevenson all the way back to Robertson. It's now Midgley. Midgley underneath to Gunther. Intercepted by Westlake, coming the other way. Here comes an opportunity for the home side as Mendenhall playing it through. That one comes off of Swenson and into the hands of Robertson. And now it's Lone Peak coming the other way, trying to hit on a quick one. As Bias still on the ball. Cross into the box, into the hands of Eric Jaspers. Again, both sides here just turning up the heat. Trying to get in front as we reach the final 20 minutes, or excuse me, 19 minutes of this Region 4 contest. Lucas Gatos, who just loses that one. So we'll go out of bounds. Throw in for Ferguson. Ferguson throws it in. Goal kick. As Watkins checks back in under the sticks for the Knights. Carlton. Gunther. Mason. Lewis Mason gets around Gatos. It's a foot race now. Still Mason. Nice little bit of skill there from the junior as Stevenson looking to play it up. Cross into the box. And it goes out for a goal kick, Westlake. Jaspers takes the goal kick, and it goes out of bounds for a Lone Peak Knights throw. Carlton to throw. Gunther. Gunther against Willis. Gunther gets around his defender, taking the shot. Big opportunity there from Gunther that doesn't go too wide of the post, just skims Jaspers' right post. And a big opportunity for the Knights to get back ahead, and it goes just wide. Mason wins that one back in the middle of the park. Bringing it up now is Carlton. Carlton and Mendez can't connect. Kramer out to Stevenson. Stevenson out wide to Bias. Back in through to Stevenson. Big step there from Westlake and cleared. Moreno all the way to Midgley. It's now Alec Midgley again. Watkins out to Moreno. Stevenson. Lone Peak here just controlling possession. Trying to break down this Westlake team. Trying to find their opportunity out of the back as Moreno now carries. Advancing still with the ball is Moreno. Kyle Moreno, the shot! Into the hands of Jaspers! And another big save from the senior goalkeeper as Kyle Moreno taking the shot from distance and puts it into the chest of Jaspers. One back in the middle of the field by the Knights as Mason goes down. Free kick against Lucas Gatos. So it will be a free kick coming up for the Lone Peak Knights. Keeping it short, and Carlton loses out possession. Stevenson trying to battle back for it, and it's now Westlake coming the other way. One back by the Knights. And so we'll be throwing now for Lone Peak, or excuse me, a free kick, as that one's just played quickly, and it goes into the hands of Jaspers. Mendez gets ahead onto that one. And it's now Joaquin Mendez who pickpockets the Westlake defense, and Bias, who just couldn't get on the end of that one, Beautiful ball played through in behind by Mendez. But just a little too much power as that one goes out of bounds for a goal kick to the home side. Jaspers clears. Stevenson. Stolen back by Westlake as here comes the Thunder with their opportunity. Willis. And that one just goes out of bounds. Turnover. It will be Lone Peak possession. Ball played in and switched over to Carlton, and now Noah Carlton with an opportunity. Carlton. Mendez. Joaquin Mendez settles it to Midgley, and Midgley back into Carlton. Carlton fighting for possession. That one goes out of bounds.
Substitution number 7, Igor Kwaku.
Kwaku checking back in for the Westlake Thunder as Tillman heads to the bench for a breather. Gatos keeps that one well. Kwaku. Gatos again. Out wide, Mendenhall playing it wide. The cross into the box. Bergholm is there, just can't connect. And it ends up at the hands of Watkins. Westlake winning back possession. Gunther wins that one, much to the disapproval of the home side. And it's now Bergholm trying to turn. Bergholm does, playing it through. Kwaku with an opportunity. It's Igor Kwaku. Turns, the shot. Big save, Watkins. Tremendous stuff there from the Thunder. Hitting on the quick break. Igor Kwaku looking for that near bottom post. But it's Watkins who comes up with a big save to keep this one level at 1-1.
Swinson.
Couple substitutions for the home side as Riker Swenson checking back in. And it's going to be Riker Swenson to take the corner. Cross into the box. Cleared out by Lone Peak, and now Lone Peak can hit on a quick counter. Here come the Knights. Ball played in, floated over the top, and it will just trickle back to Jaspers. Kwaku, fresh off the opportunity, looking to attack again. It's Ferguson. Back to Kwaku. Davidson, who just can't bring that one in, but it will be a foul committed. Davidson concedes the foul for the Thunder. It's going to be a free kick now for Westlake. It's going to be Riker Swenson to take. Swenson looking to float one in. Near post, goes all the way to the far post. The shot! Takes a deflection and just lands awkwardly into the hands of Watkins. And a close opportunity for Westlake to get ahead again. But it's now the Knights coming the other way with Stevenson. Big step by Tate Merrill. And now Westlake trying to break. Kwaku. Swenson. Ferguson. Back to Swenson. Kwaku. Stolen by the Knights. Mason playing it in over the top, looking for Gunther. And Jaspers comes off his line well. Things heating up on both ends as we have entered the final 9 minutes of play. We'll see if anyone can pull out a win in the final minutes as the Knights attacking again. Ball played through, cleared out by Ferguson. Still an opportunity for the Knights. The shot! And it's Bias who again hits the outside of the net. It goes out of bounds for a Thunder goal kick. Jaspers with the goal kick. Foul called against Lone Peak. And Westlake, who's been good off set pieces tonight, has another opportunity to draw something up here with this free kick. Ball floated in over the top, straight into the hands of Watkins. And now Watkins clears, looking to hit Gunther quickly, but Willis gets ahead on that one. And it goes out of bounds for a Knights throw. Throwing for Lone Peak as Carlton plays it in. Gunther. Gunther again. Gunther still taken down. This one is a foul committed by Whitman. As Whitman might be the next player to see the card, and yes. It's going to be a yellow card for Ammon Whitman. As now Lincoln Miller checking in.
Number 13, Devin Suarez.
Devin Soares checking in as well. Set piece opportunity for the Knights. It's Lewis Mason over the ball, looking to take this free kick. Ball played in. And it just goes over and out for a Thunder goal kick. 7 minutes is all that remains here at Westlake. We are still level at 1-1. Both teams knocking, looking for opportunities. We'll see if anyone is able to break the tie and go ahead here in the final 7. Ball kept in bounds by Razavong, and now Razavong with an opportunity. Razavong taken down. Yellow card shown. This one goes to Alec Midgley as Razavong had an opportunity to break through. But the foul is committed, and now a set piece opportunity coming up for the Lone Peak Knights. It's going to be Bergholm to take the free kick in a very dangerous opportunity for the Westlake Thunder. Only 4 Westlake players in the box. 3 over the ball as Bergholm, Soares, and Guaku talking it over. It's going to be Soares to take. Leaves it. Bergholm, the shot. Throw-in coming up for the Knights. Throw-in on the far side. A foul called against Westlake. Jackson Gunther goes down. And so we'll bring up a free kick for the Knights. Mason to take. Lewis Mason just floats one in. Comes off the chest of Xanthos, just can't bring it in. And it goes out for another Westlake goal kick. Couple of substitutions coming up for the visitors. As we get the ball rolling again, it's Ferguson. Back to Miller. Willis can't clear. Finds Lewis Mason. Mason out with an opportunity as Lewis Mason taking it in. Mason still. Gunther trying to get on the end of that one. Cleared out by the Thunder. Here comes Kuwaku. Looking to play it through to Razvong. Mendez comes off of Ferguson. Throw in for the Knights. Ball played in to Gunther. Stolen back by Ferguson. Kuwaku. Trying to switch it over, looking for Devin Soares. And it's Carlton who wins it back. Throw in here for Westlake. Razavon gets to it. Bergholm looking out wide for Kuwaku. And cleared out there by Zabriskie. Zabriskie getting his first minutes of the night. And he does well to clear. Cleared out again. This time it's Kramer. Kuwaku, the shot. Big save there from Watkins. Keeps this one level with 3 minutes to go. Gunther gets on the end of that one. Xanthos out wide to Mendez. Joaquin Mendez trying to play one in. Mason now. Bias. Cleared out by Willis. And now Westlake trying to break on a quick counter. Kuwaku looking wide for Soares. Can he get to it? He can. It's now Devin Soares on the other end. One back well by the Knights, and it's now the Knights who push forward. Still Lone Peak. What a run there. Still the Knights. The cross into the box. Ferguson has to clear. Clears well. Razavong over the top to Kuwaku. Kuwaku now with an opportunity. Igor Kuwaku. Still Kuwaku. Lovelady comes up big for Lone Peak. A misstep there from Westlake.
2 minutes.
But Miller now trying to push up possession. Wes Mendez wins it back. Stolen back by Westlake. Davidson loses it out to Kramer. Or excuse me, Xanthos. Davidson again all the way back to Jaspers. Jaspers who just clears. Soares gets ahead on that one, but only to find the feet of Kyle Moreno. Lovelady. Mason. Joaquin Mendez. Mendez loses out on possession. 60 seconds left on the clock.
1 minute remaining.
Given away. Here's an opportunity as Bias. Bias, big save by Jasper.
Saved by Eric Jaspers.
A giveaway from the Thunder that lands at the feet of Bias, and Bias just can't put it into the back of the net thanks to the senior goalkeeper, Eric Jaspers, who comes up with a tremendous save. 30 seconds left. The ball played in. Bergholm looking for Kuwaku. It's a foot race. Kuwaku beats out Zabriskie.
10.
Throw in now.
8, 7, 6, 5.
As we get the countdown from the PA announcer.
2, 1.
We've reached the end of regulation in this Region 4 matchup between the Westlake Thunder and the Lone Peak Knights.
Stick around.
If you signed up for free soccer on the Rewind Sports Network, well, you got it, because this one's going to overtime. We're going to take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network, as always, presented by Heidemann Associates. Stick with us for overtime action when we return. We want to welcome you back into Westlake High School here in Saratoga Springs. I'm Alex Napolis, and we got free soccer as the Lone Peak Knights are level with the Westlake Thunder 1-1 after regulation. And now we're going to overtime to try to decide this Region 4 matchup. And big, huge credit to this Westlake side. Coming into this one at 2-5 in region play, they have gone toe-to-toe with the #1 team in the Lone Peak Knights. And they have put on a fantastic performance, only conceding off 12 yards out off a PK. And now we got another potential 20 minutes to figure out who wins this one here at Westlake. It's the Thunder who win the toss, so they'll be kicking us off to get things rolling in overtime. It's going to be the Lone Peak Knights going from right to left, as Westlake will be shooting from left to right on your screen. As the final countdown serenades us here at Westlake High, we're getting ready to kick things off. And the first period of overtime begins. Next goal wins. We'll see if anyone is able to find the breakthrough or if we got penalties in our future. Ball played in over the top. Willis with a header. And ball looking for Swenson. And Riker Swenson can't get to it. Zabriskie. Cleared out by Westlake. It's Kramer. Kramer back to Moreno. And Moreno will go all the way back to Connor Watkins. Badgley. Something to keep in mind, too, as we start this overtime period. There is a a few of these players sitting on yellow card cautions. So want to keep a clean game out there in this overtime period. It's now Moreno. Mason plays it in over the top. It's now Bias who loses that one out. Ball played in. Kramer, who was the one who got the goal off the PK for the Knights to get them level and set up this overtime period here at Westlake High, where the sun is now gone and it's gotten cold up here in the press box. It's Bergholm coming the other way. Devin Soares with an opportunity, cuts in onto his left, a shot into the hands of Watkins, and a big opportunity for the Thunder. Good save there from Watkins, reads that one well, and denies Devin Soares from scoring the golden goal. That one goes out for a goal kick. Jaspers with the goal kick, clears. Only to find the head of Xanthos.
Come on, Westlake fans. Let's cheer on your boys.
Mason. Lewis Mason. The opportunity, ball played in over the top. Here come the Knights, cleared out by Westlake. Midgley. Out to Moreno. And Kyle Moreno now advancing with the ball. Moreno over the top, looking for Gunther. Gunther in behind. Jaspers coming off his line well. Collects and relieves the danger as Lone Peak trying to win that one here in the middle of the park. It's Soares. Devin Soares loses it out. And it's now Bias coming the other way. Bias. Still an opportunity for Evan Bias. Still Evan Bias. And a foul there called against Evan. Free kick coming up for the home side. Jaspers playing it in. Comes off of Westlake, and that's now the Knights coming the other way with Bias. Evan Bias. Here comes an opportunity. Bias, the opportunity! There it is! The golden goal from Bias! And it's the Lone Peak Knights!
Lone Peak 2, Westlake 1.
Who get the win in overtime! Beautiful from Bias, who just gets past two defenders and then tucks it, nestles it, caresses it into the bottom corner, and it's the undefeated Lone Peak Knights walking out with the win here at Westlake. The Knights improve to 13-0. 8-0 in region play. What a hard-fought battle from the Westlake Thunder, who played a tremendous game, but at the end, it's the Knights who make the difference. And with their resiliency, show why they're the number one in 6A. That's going to do it from us here on the Rewind Sports Network. As always, presented by Heinemann Associates. Get a free legal consultation by calling 801-472-7742 and let them know Rewind sent you. From Tino on the camera, I'm Alex Napolis and the entire Rewind Sports family. We thank you for watching. Everyone have a good night.